Well, we're heading to Euro 2024 over the next week. There's a few friendlies still left to play for some teams, but some teams have already decided their squads. And today, we're going to be previewing Group A in a selection of videos over the next few days where we're going to look at each of the groups, look at the group stage fixtures and the squads that have been selected as per ESPN on the 5th of June 2024. We're going to look at who could be the key players in each group. At the end of these group previews, we're going to have a Euro 2024 prediction. That's probably going to come out on Thursday next week. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button and stay tuned to the channel for more of this content. So shall we get into looking at the fixture list and Group A? So to start off with, in Group A, the teams that we have is Germany, Scotland, Hungary and Switzerland. And I think this is going to be a very exciting group. You've got three teams in Scotland, Hungary and Switzerland who are really going to battle it out. But we're going to start off by focusing on the German national team to start off with. They have some very, very impressive talent. And it's going to be the final times that we're going to see Toni Kroos put on a shirt, whether that be nationally or at club level, because he is retiring from international football at the end of Euro 2024. Now, Germany start off their game on the first night of the tournament, with them being her home team. They did not have to go through any qualification, and they face Scotland on the 14th of June at 8 o'clock. And obviously, I think we all know who the favourites are for that game, but we know in World Cups and European Championships that being the favourite doesn't necessarily mean anything. It was only a couple of years ago that we saw Argentina lose to, I believe, if you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or in this top corner to stay tuned for all of my latest Euro 2024 content that's going to be coming over the next month or so. I've got day-to-day reviews of each group coming up until Wednesday, Thursday time. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, share this video with all your friends, and I'll catch you in my next part of this video. Arabia in the group stages. So that's something which definitely needs to be remembered. You look at Germany then go on to face Hungary on the 19th of June at 5 o'clock. Very interesting game. Hungary have some fairly decent players with the likes of Dominik Szoboszlai involved, and that's something which is going to be a real challenge for Germany to cope with. And then they go on to face Switzerland as the final group game. Now, I personally think if we do go on to look at the squad that Germany have selected as per the 5th of June ESPN website, they've got some really good players. Now, don't get me wrong, this list will get dropped down because obviously you can't take more than 26, I think it is. So this list will drop down. They'll probably only take 3 keepers. They'll probably have a couple less defenders as well. But you look at the players they've got, like Manuel Neuer, Andre ter Stegen, brilliant talents. You've got Antonio Rudiger, who's just won the Champions League. You've got Schlotterbeck, who was in the Champions League final. Toni Kroos, Gundogan, Kimmich, Havertz. Like, they've got some really good players within this squad. And I think a key member for this championship battle for Germany is going to be Jamal Musiala. Obviously, could have played for England, could have played for Germany, picked Germany, and he has really got to show us something in this tournament. I think he's had a lot of time to sort of develop. Yes, he's 21 now, a year older than Jude Bellingham, and I just don't quite think that the levels he's been putting out are on the same stratosphere. So it's going to be interesting to see how he develops heading into this tournament. Is he going to be able to guide Germany to the knockout rounds, maybe even a potential final? Then we go on to Scotland. They start off their tournament against Germany. It's going to be very interesting to see how Scotland line up. Obviously, the likes of John McGinn involved. They've obviously had some injury problems with Lyndon Dykes, who is not going to be able to take part in Euro 2024. Then go on to face Switzerland on Wednesday the 19th and Hungary on Sunday the 23rd. It's going to be really interesting to see how Steve Clarke lines up his Scottish national team. They do have some fairly decent players within this squad, the likes of Andy Robertson, Liam Cooper, former Leeds, I think he's still at Leeds actually, Kieran Tierney. You've obviously got Shea Adams, Tommy Conway, Scott McTominay. Like, you've got some really good players within this squad, and like, you've even got John McGinn, who's helped lead an Aston Villa side all the way to the Champions League in the Premier League this season, and that is not an easy task to do. we know how hard the Premier League is. You've got Billy Gilmour as well, still young, still up and coming. I remember there was a period where he was man of the match every time he'd started an international game. Now, obviously, I don't think that's still his record, but he's got a fairly decent record at international level. It's going to be really interesting to see how he shows himself on this stage. Hopefully, he does get a proper opportunity in the first team with Scotland. I believe he probably should and probably will, because the midfield options, I'm not saying they're weak at all, but I think Billy Gilmour is an excellent player. I think he offers a lot to a midfield, and I personally couldn't understand why Chelsea got rid of him when they did, and then obviously went on to spend hundreds of millions of pounds on central midfielders. I think Billy Gilmour is right up there with top quality midfielders in the Premier League. I don't quite think he gets the plaudits he deserves at times, and I sometimes think he gets caught out in systems, but it's one of those things. He'll live and he'll learn. You've obviously got Scott McTominay, won the FA Cup just a few weeks ago. Well, it wasn't even a few weeks ago. It was like last week. It wasn't that long ago at all. So Scott McTominay, some brilliant players within this squad that Steve Clarke has to choose from. Will they make it out of the group? I think it's a difficult one to call this group, because I think it's going to be very tight for those bottom three places. I think Germany should easily qualify though. We then go on to talk about Hungary, and they start off their tournament on Saturday the 15th at 2 o'clock facing Switzerland. Germany then face Hungary at 5 o'clock on the 19th. And then Hungary close out their group against Scotland on the 23rd of June. Now, I think Hungary have a fairly decent chance of getting out of this group. They have some really good players in there with the likes of Willy Orban, the likes of Dominic Szoboszlai, Callum Styles. I think they've got some really, really good players in this squad. Now, do I think that they'll go any further than the next round? Personally, my answer would probably be no. Now, we are going to do a full predictions video later on in the week, so make sure you do check out that video when that comes out, because I'm going to go into a bit more detail about all of these teams and players. And for me, I do think Hungary have a fairly decent chance at getting out of the group stages. And you can obviously let me know your thoughts down below, but I think someone like Dominic Szoboszlai in midfield, I think he's really going to control the play for Hungary, really going to be sort of the important piece to their jigsaw. It's going to be really interesting to see how he translate his club form from Liverpool to, obviously, international level in the European Championships. I do think they will probably have enough to edge out the likes of Scotland and the likes of Switzerland, who we have here. Now, Hungary start off their tournament versus Switzerland. Switzerland then go on to face Scotland and end their group stages versus Germany. Now, I do think Switzerland have a really good opportunity here. They've got some really good players in their squad with the likes of Xherdan Shaqiri, Granit Xhaka, Briel Mbolo, Noah Okafor. They've got some really good players in this squad, and I personally do think that they have an opportunity to get out of this group stage. I think they have the edge on the likes of Scotland and the likes of Hungary to be able to take that final shot and that final place. Now, I do believe that it's like 3 or 4 third place teams get through as well. So it's like there is multiple opportunities. If you can get the most points as a third place team, you can get through to the next round. And I do think that one of these teams in this group will be one of the best third place teams, in my opinion. So we've looked at the group, we've looked at the fixtures, we've looked at the squads. Now, all of these squads are as per the 5th of June off ESPN's website. So there may have been a few changes when you're seeing this video and the rest of the videos coming over the next week, but that's as a result of pre-recording. So it's one of those things for me where I think Germany should whiz through this group. I think they should be qualified after game 2. I think they should win both of their opening games. But I think the second place team is going to be it's going to be a final group game decision. I think it's literally going to be like a point in it or something like that, because I really do think that this group is really tight below Germany. So you let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video on this channel. There'll be a Group B preview coming out tomorrow, Group C on Sunday. There'll also be an England match review on Saturday after their friendly match on Friday night. So make sure you do check that out when that comes out tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll catch you in my next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.